Welcome back to our coverage of Michigan softball versus Loyola Marymount. We've been having issues with connection, which will be rectified before the games tomorrow. We will be going through Ethernet through the remainder of the weekend, so we'll see how this stream goes, but especially for the marquee games tomorrow, we will have everything ironed out by then. Our score right now is Michigan in a 2-1 hole. Loyola Marymount Lions about to go up there to hit yet again. Megan Bobian got her first 1-2-3 inning in the top of the third. Michigan's gotten a hit in every inning so far. They got a leadoff single from Julia Menez in that bottom of the third, but erased on a line-out double play. A ball hit pretty hard off the bat of Thais Gonzalez, doubled them off. And they'll need Bobian to continue to hold this Loyola offense off the board. There's a first pitch up high, but it's a check swing, went around for a called strike. Again, we will do our best with the remainder of this coverage, and then we will have things ironed out before tomorrow's games. We'll be going to Best Buy after this to upgrade equipment capacities, again, thanks to donations from our fans. There's a pitch swinging a fly ball into left field. Shallow hit. Lexi Blair ran in. Now she steps back, makes the play for the first out.
Nice correction on her read there. You know, everybody's always preaching first step back. That one, first step in for Lexi Blair, but eventually able to clean that one back up and get back and catch that ball.
We saw really good defense in the bottom of the third from the Lions. A diving play in center, as well as the double play off the line drive to short. Riley Ellen steps up. She singled in the second with 2 outs, seemed harmless at the time, came around to score the tying run after 4 straight batters got aboard. First pitch, diving just a little low on the outside edge. Bobian's looked pretty good in this game, just made a couple mistakes, fallen behind a little bit, but she's done okay. Looks into the dugout.
Deep breath from Bobian on the mound, winds up for this second pitch.
There's one right down the pipe for a called strike.
Bobian doesn't really look like herself in this game. She's missed her spots at times. Changeup's kind of been floating on her a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely been looping. 1-1 count. Wind up, and that one is swinging hit right over to second. Played on one hop by Jimenez. Sidearm flip for the out. Played very well there, and now 2 outs in the inning very quickly as Lauren Garcia will come on up.
As smooth as Jimenez made that one look, that's a tough ball to play. Yeah. That one coming hot up inside. Pins that one up against her chest. Nice little turn. Nice overall play there.
And now stepping in is Lauren Garcia. She singled softly in the infield in a ball that was sort of misplayed by Rodriguez and Uden. A tough one to handle for sure. First pitch a little low. Ball 1-0. Michigan trying to fight through against a solid Loyola Marymount team. The wind up, the 1-0, swinging a fly ball to center field. This one well hit, but moving over and making the play easily is Haley Hogenrod. That's now 7 straight retired by Bobian, another 1-2-3 inning. And we will head to the bottom of the fourth. Our score, Loyola Marymount 2, Michigan 1. You're listening to Michigan Softball on WCBN Sports. I'm Alex Drain, joined by Charlie Brigham. And again, want to thank all of you for joining us. Today's coverage of WCBN Sports and Michigan Softball brought to you this weekend only by the Mobile Mutt. The Mobile Mutt, professional dog grooming, brought to you. You can call them up at 734-621-8693 if you're in the Ann Arbor area, or like them on Facebook or Instagram.
Again, like you said, Alex, we would like to thank everybody for tuning in here on WCBN Sports YouTube channel. You can find us at youtube.com/WCBN Sports. If you are not already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that red subscribe button and click that notification bell right next to it to be notified anytime we go live. Never miss a broadcast. And if you would like to go back and watch past broadcasts, there is the videos tab to go do that.
So Lene Wilson will go back out there. She's allowed 4 hits through 3 innings, but has worked around the damage. Stranded Couple runners aboard, erased another one on a double play ball. It'll be Abby Skvars, who had an RBI single in the first, then Hannah Carson, and then Maddie Uden here in the bottom of the fourth. Skvars, the lefty hitter, takes her practice swings. Michigan in a 2-1 hole, trying to tie the game or take the lead here in the bottom of the fourth. This game motoring along at a really nice pace right now with the pretty good pitching between Wilson and Bobian. Skvars ready for the first pitch. It is just off the plate outside.
Yeah, with that last game going a bit over schedule, it's nice that this one's just keeping going right along.
Yeah.
Try not to throw everybody off too much. Skvars stepping back in for the 1-0.
1-0 on the way. She swings, hits this one to center field. Well hit back to the track, to the wall, and it's made by DeBoard, banging up against the fence in left center. But she hauls it in maybe 5 feet short of a home run for Abby Skvars. Good charge into it, but came up a little short.
Yeah, I mean, that one was tailing opposite field, too. She just hit that ball dead away center. Nice piece of hitting by Abby Skvars, but like you said, doesn't quite have the power.
We've seen good defense from DeBoard. Diving play to end the last inning off the bat of Allen, and now that one tracked well up against the wall, making contact. Now Hannah Carson stands in. That one a little low for ball one. Hannah popped out in foul ground to the catcher. Grumbo up against the netting. We've seen all around really good defense from Loyola Marymount here today. Pretty strong for Michigan as well, though not quite as stellar. That one rides inside and hits her. Carson will take first base with 1 out on a hit by pitch.
I mean, quick and easy base there for Hannah Carson. Gets up there, watches one go by. Obviously gets hit. We're going to have a runner on for the Wolverines, looking to get something going here in the bottom of the fourth. Still down 2-1.
And now Maddie Uden takes some practice swings. She'll get ready to stand in. Flew out harmlessly to right to begin the second inning. First pitch on the way, runner going, and this one is floated into center field. That's a base hit, and Hannah Carson will stop at second. Michigan getting some good swings here in this inning, and now 2 aboard with only 1 out for Haley Hogenrod.
Yeah, that one just gets out of the infield, but that's a really nice hit by Hannah Carson. That's a tough pitch to hit, low and away. Able to just get through that ball and do everything she could with it.
Yeah.
Put it in the right spot.
Uden loops it into center there, and now 2 aboard. Haley Hogenrod got a 1 out solid single her last time up. Carson not the fastest base runner, but if Hogenrod does it again, that might just tie the game. We'll see. First pitch coming to Haley, and she swings and fouls it off. Jammed her inside.
I mean, you've seen all year. Hogenrod able to drive the ball with a .936 on base plus slugging. You know she's going to hit the ball hard wherever she does put it.
I do not see any food in this press box, but it smells like food in here.
No, it's just radiating in. It's a nice cross breeze.
0-1 on the way. Changeup floats high and outside. 1-1. It smells very good.
Yeah, making me a little hungry. We had IHOP for breakfast this morning.
IHOP was very good. We had both not eaten in about 18-plus hours. Well, you had gone even farther, other than that bag of pretzels on the plane.
Yeah, exactly.
1-1 coming to Haley. Called strike on the outside edge. Really nice pitch from Lene Wilson. Hits her spot, the fastball. So now 1-2, 2 on, 1 out. Michigan down 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth, trying to tie or take the lead.
For those of you wondering, our travel stories this time were a lot less eventful.
And she swings, hits this one foul. 1-2. Yeah, we got delayed by about an hour and a half at the airport, but other than that, first 15 minutes off the ground, a little bumpy. Crying baby for a while.
I was having some flashbacks, man. We got delayed, and then as soon as we got up, we were shaking like crazy. I was like, oh, here we go again.
1-2 coming once again. Hogenrod lays off and takes a pitch high. We've seen Haley plate discipline this season very, very good. She's gotten in a ton of long at-bats. Every out has been a battle for the senior center fielder.
I mean, that also speaks to the amount of extra base hits that she has this year. She has 5 doubles. Most of those just because she works these long at-bats until she gets a pitch she can drive.
2-2 coming, and Haley fouls it back.
As I was saying, she works those long at-bats until she can get her pitch, the one that she wants, and when she does get it, she's driving that ball. She's finding gaps, and she's doing work.
Count stays at 2 apiece. Runner on second, Carson. Runner on first, Uden. Wilson winds up 2-2 again, and that one fouled off once again. You could see she went off speed there. Haley was looking for the fastball, had to hold off on her swing for a split second, then just tapped it back foul. Again, great plate discipline right now. You can see that she is seeing the ball out of the hand very well. Count stays at 2 apiece. We'll do it again. The pitch, swing and a fly ball into left field. This one is sized up perfectly in the play made by Ellen. Hard hit, but lands right in her glove, and now it'll be down to Lexi Blair with 2 on and 2 outs.
Ellen didn't have to move at all. Literally took one step in and then stepped right back to that original position. Just hit her right in the chest. Like I said, going back to that plate discipline. Hoganrod hits that ball hard, just couldn't find the gap there.
And now it'll be up to Lexi Blair. She swung on the first pitch her last time up, hit one into center field. The play was made by DeBoard. Now we'll have a conversation in the circle. Grumbo goes out there to talk to Wilson. Fly out to center up against the fence. Off the bat of Skvarce to lead off the inning. Then hit by pitch. Single off the bat of Uden. And then a hard fly ball to left for the second out. 2 on, 2 outs. Michigan trying not to leave a couple more on as they are in search of the tying or go-ahead run.
Yeah, looking for some production out of Lexi Blair here. She's been struggling this year, hitting just 175 after batting over 400 last year.
406 a year ago. First pitch coming. Oh, boy, that goes up high, and it's going to get away. Both runners will move up, and now a single from Blair could give Michigan the lead right back.
Tell you what, Lexi Blair didn't flinch at all.
No.
That ball came up right near her face, and she just stood there and watched it go by.
Lexi stands back in there, ahead in the count 1-0. We've seen a couple wild pitches the last couple innings. She swings and fouls this one back, so if there is another wild pitch, you could see this game tied. Carson's going to be ready to run. Saw a wild pitch to move Hoganrod up to second back in the second inning, and now a wild pitch here moves both runners up in the fourth in addition to the hit by pitch. Earlier in this frame, command wavering a bit for Lene Wilson. Spins the ball in the right hand against the lefty Blair. 1-1 coming, and another swing and a high pop up into shallow left field. 2 players come in, and Ellen will call for it, and she'll make the play. A pair of flyouts to left will end the inning. Michigan leaves 2 aboard, and they still trail 2-1 as we head to the 5th on WCBN Sports' coverage of Michigan softball.
And Michigan unable to get a run on the board there, unfortunately. Like you said, still down 2-1. They are leading the hit battle, though, up 5-3 in that department.
Beaubien is ready to go back out there. She's out there way ahead of anybody because nobody's got the catcher's gear on right now. She's standing in the circle looking very bored.
Someone give me a glove. I'll go do it.
And now coming out of the dugout, I think, to warm her up potentially. Or no, that's just Uden doing her warm-ups. Yeah, someone needs to come out. Obviously, Carson's got to put the gear on, but I'm not sure why Skvarce or Jessica Garman doesn't.
There she is.
And now Carson goes out there to warm up here in the top of the 5th. Megan Beaubien sat down 7 in a row, but a 2-1 Loyola Marymount lead. They did just enough in that second.
Tell you what, I could have walked out there. I would have caught for a minute.
They're selling a lot of gloves when we walked in at the sort of pro shop type thing.
They are selling a lot of gloves. Which, for those of you who don't know, baseball and softball gloves are usually very expensive.
Yeah.
Like, close to like $300, $400. So unless these are some, I don't know, cheapo kind of gloves at the stand, I don't know who's carrying that much money with them.
Well, there's definitely varying degrees of quality. Morgan DeBoard stands in, number 9 hitter to begin the bottom of the 5th. First pitch, just a little off the plate outside, 1-0.
Those ones out there did look like they were good quality, though. Who knows?
DeBoard cocks the bat over the left shoulder. Looks in at Beaubien. Wind up the 1-0 on the way. Off speed, floats in for a called strike. 1-1 the count. One on the way, swing and a miss. DeBoard, the slapper, runs up and waves over it. Now the count 1-2. This is the job for Megan Beaubien right now, is just to do what she needs to do. Keep Loyola Marymount from stretching this lead beyond 1 run. Ahead in the count 1-2. The wind up, the pitch, just a little outside.
Maddie Uden playing way up on third base, almost expecting a bunt here. She's playing even, if not even closer to the batter's box than Megan Beaubien is.
Yeah, the slap hitter putting pressure on the defense. Uden pulled in at the line at third. The wind up, the pitch, swing and a miss. Got her with the changeup. And that'll be now strikeout number 5 for Beaubien today.
Yeah, not really sure what DeBoard was swinging at there. That was just kind of a lazy swing. She went for the slap and then must have just realized halfway through, like, oh, yeah, I missed this one.
Yeah.
And just kind of threw her hands at it, hope for the best.
Now, Molly Grumbo will stand in. Grumbo, the best hitter on Loyola Marymount, and she did the damage in this game. 1 for 2. First pitch, just off the plate outside. Grumbo, 1 for 2 performance, actually matches her season average amazingly. Entered this game at 26 for 52 on the year. And it was really, if you go back to that second inning, it was the hit by pitch of DeBoard to load the bases and bring Grumbo up in an RBI situation. And Grumbo did not wait long to make him pay. It wasn't a hard hit ball, but a great piece of hitting in an 0-2 hole. Put it into center field, and now there's a conversation going on about something. Carol Hutchins came out of the dugout to ask home plate umpire Laura Head, and then
might have had something to do with the foul ball that went into right field just a second ago. Thais Gonzalez was turned around while play was still going on.
And there's a pitch fouled off. The first offering to Grumbo.
Yeah, Gonzalez saw that foul ball coming to Michigan territory, coming to the field of play. She turned around and went to throw that one back. And no umpire called timeout, and Beaubien still threw the pitch. Luckily, the ball wasn't put in play, though.
And there's a bunt laid down by Grumbo. Allen to it, throws over, got her at first. Jimenez covering the bag, and that'll go down as a 3-4 putout.
That's about as picture perfect of a bunt coverage as you're going to get. First baseman crashes. Julia Jimenez making a nice play coming over there from second base, keeps that left foot on the inside part of the bag. That's just textbook.
Now, Andrea Gonzalez will get ready to stand in. 1 for 2 today with a strikeout swinging to end the second, as well as a double stranded back in the first. That one floats in for a called strike. Beaubien has now sat down 9 in a row, trying to make it 10 here against Gonzalez.
Beaubien checking the wristband, spinning that ball in the left hand.
Michigan in the very clean white uniforms. That one swung on and hit into foul ground, moving over towards the line, and Gonzalez crosses into foul territory to make the play. And that'll end the inning. Another 1-2-3 frame, third in a row for Megan Beaubien. She has settled in and has kept this game at 2-1 in favor of the Loyola Marymount Lions. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Beaubien has just been locked in these past few innings. What's that now? 3 innings in a row?
Yep.
Loyola Marymount takes the field. Michigan going to look to put a number up here in the bottom of the 5th.
Michigan's swings have looked good, but they have just not been able to break through since that first inning in the RBI single from Abby Skvars. They'll have Rodriguez, Jimenez, Gonzalez up in the bottom of the 5th. Michigan trying to start this weekend off.
You know, no matter what, it's going to be a good weekend. I mean, sun shining, breeze going through the trees, at least for us.
Yeah, you're very optimistic this weekend.
I am. It must be the weather, honestly. I've been miserable the past few days, just in the snow. Happy to get out here.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter. Okay, Morgan Overitis is available, and she will be pinch hitting for Natalia Rodriguez.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth inning for the Michigan Wolverines, batting for shortstop number 21, Natalia Rodriguez. Sophomore number 24, Morgan Overitis.
Overitis, lefty hitter, will step in there. The highest batting average on the team among regular starters, but she has not started this game, and she'll take a called strike.
It kind of makes you wonder what kept her in the dugout up until the bottom of the fifth inning.
Overitis, then Jimenez, and then Gonzalez. First pitch called strike. She swings and misses on a fastball high, and now just like that behind 0-2. Really aggressive swings right here. The windup, and that pitch is way high, 1-2.
Yeah, Overitis turned around and looked at us on that one. That one was sailing up towards the press box. Overitis is locked in.
The windup, the pitch, that one is poked in the infield, and it will drop. Was it into the glove? It was into the glove of Dedrick. She caught it out of the air. If it had bounced, it would have been an easy infield single, but Dedrick lays out and makes the play. And again, time and time again, this Loyola Marymount defense is coming up huge in the defense of Lene Wilson.
Yeah, Loyola Marymount just playing stellar defense, as you said. Any few errors here and there, and Michigan might be up in this game, but nothing is dropping.
So now that'll bring up Jimenez. 2 for 2 today, a pair of singles. And she swings, fouls this one back. She has 40% of Michigan's hits on the day.
Juju spins the bat in her hands, takes a deep breath, and steps back into the box now.
0-1 count. Wind up from Wilson. High. 1-1 the count. Jimenez steps out. Does a practice swing. Carol Hutchins down there at third. Bonnie Thole at first base. Finally starting to get a little bit of shadows as the palm trees cover parts of the field. Sunset not till 5:45, so still a long way to go. 1-1 coming. That one is swung on and hit hard to left field, deep towards the wall, and it is tucked just foul. Had the distance, but Jimenez will have to take another swing, 1-2.
Yeah, Jimenez got all of that one. That one got out in a hurry. But like you said, just sailed foul by about 5-10 feet.
She'll get a 1-2 offering yet again. Check swing, steps in, lines the bat level up. Now ready for the 1-2. She swings, hits this one into center field. Sizing it up and making the play is DeBoard for the second out. Didn't have to move much there on that one.
Yeah, Michigan just hitting it right to defenders this game. Can't find any holes at all.
And that'll bring up Thais Gonzalez.
Right fielder, number 22, Thais Gonzalez.
Gonzalez today sacked bunt in the first inning that moved a runner into scoring position. Eventually, that runner came around to score, then lined out to the shortstop. There's a swing and a miss. And that line out caused a double play as Jimenez was on first and was doubled off on a pretty hard hit ball. And a swing and a miss in the 0-1 now is the count. Wilson winds up, and that one is swung on and hit foul. 0-2. It looks like that ball dropped back onto the field of play. Umpire goes over there and picks it up. Actually, no, just gets new softballs from the dugout. Tough to tell from our angle. It's obscured.
Yeah, I was confused for a second. It looked like it dropped back in play. Umpire went over and then came back with 4 balls.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on. Something's not right here.
Rob Penikoff picks those up, hands them to Laura Head. Now 0-2 the count. Wilson 1 strike away from getting a quick 1-2-3 inning. The windup, the pitch, oh boy, way over the head.
Just a bit outside. Yeah,
Rodriguez, or Gonzalez rather.
Rob over there at third base doing magic tricks.
Yeah. 1-2 the count. Thais stands back in. Wilson bends down and messes the dirt up a little bit. Now back onto the rubber. 1-2 on the way, just outside. Michigan, interestingly, has not struck out yet today. They've put everything into play.
Hey, that is just a testament to how well this Loyola Marymount defense is playing.
And that pitch, again off the plate outside. Wilson's hitting her spots, just not getting the calls from Laura Head, who says that those offerings are just a tad off the plate outside.
Yeah, it's the second pitch in a row. Grumbo's turned around and asked where that one was.
Well, it's been pretty clear to us they've missed outside because they're pretty clearly in the zone height level. 3-2 coming, and Thais slaps this one into center field, moving back towards the track, towards the wall, and it's going to drop off the base of the wall. DeBoard throws it in. Thais took a long turn at second, and she will stay there. That's the first crack in the defense today because DeBoard did not play that one well.
Yeah, that ball tailed hard. Nice piece of hitting there by the lefty, Thais Gonzalez. That ball looked like it was going dead away center.
And for some reason, DeBoard stepped in one step and then turned her back to it and just lost it.
Yeah, DeBoard originally made the wrong read, took a step in, then had to take off and break towards her glove hand side, but that ball just tailed away from the lefty Gonzalez, and he had to turn her hips, open up, but not before that ball dropped. Nice piece of hitting.
So that'll bring up Lou Allen, runner on second. 2 outs in the inning. Looking for a big RBI hit. She takes that one outside. Seems like the edges are squeezing right now on Lene Wilson. Lou Allen, a power hitter. This would be an opportunity to really change the game with one swing of the bat. The windup, the pitch, she swings, hits this one, just foul. And oh boy, there's a collision as Carol Hutchins was waving Thais Gonzalez around, not letting her know it was foul. And the third baseman, Gonzalez, had reached down, kind of had dove to keep that ball in, and she was laying on the ground, was standing, getting ready to stand up as Thais came around, and the two Gonzalezes slammed into each other.
That third baseman got a little taste of knee right there.
So now 1-1 count. The windup, the pitch, that one floats high and outside. Michigan really taking pitches right now, and see if Lou Allen can make her mark. She has added some tape to the right hand that was not there in her last at-bat. We can tell because she doesn't wear those batting gloves. 2-1 coming, and she laces this one well foul out in front of one. She's been out in front of him most of today. A pop out to short, fly out to center. Timing's just not there right now. We'll see if she can time this one up. A 2-2 offering, runner on second, 2 outs, 2-1, Loyola on top.
As you say, that timing isn't there, but she's getting absolutely everything.
2-2 coming, that one high, 3-2. Abby Skvars on deck.
You know, with the way this game's been going today, I might be almost more scared of Abby Skvars than I am of Lou Allen right now.
Abby Skvars has had some really, really good swings today. Full count. Wind up the pitch, and Lou chases it outside, but she gets just a piece, and it goes back to the screen. That was ball 4. But in plate protection mode, she taps it back. And Hutch comes over, and yells a couple things. Now is talking to the dugout.
Yeah, as a hitter, it's better to just fight that one off than, you know, take the risk of that ball on the outside corner, maybe getting called for a strike.
The windup, the pitch, swinging a poke into right field. Is it going to drop? No, it will not. Another diving play by Marshall, laying out and saving a run. And Loyola Marymount will stay with a 2-1 lead to the 6th.
Loyola Marymount is up 2-1 right now. Their defense is up about 10-0. Their defense hasn't missed a beat all game. Any ball that gets in the air, if it stays in the air longer than 2 seconds, that ball's getting caught. They're getting to absolutely everything. Nothing is hitting green.
Now DeBoard and Marshall, 2 of the 3 outfielders for the Lions, have made diving catches in this game.
I mean, don't forget Dedrick over there at shortstop. She's had 2 herself.
Yep.
Very impressive defensive outing for the Lions.
And so now Michigan has left 5 aboard in this game. Not without lack of trying. They've gotten a hit in every inning.
mean,
still
going
have
back,
not struck out yet.
yeah, going back to that point, I was just about to bring it up. Michigan, we are through 5 whole innings of softball, and Michigan hasn't struck out yet. That means 15 balls have either been put in play or a runner's gotten on by a walk.
Well, and Lene Wilson, you look at her numbers, she's got more strikeouts than innings pitched, a pretty high K rate, and Michigan has not been fooled at all. They've been putting balls in play time and time again, and it's just not paying off right now for whatever reason.
It just goes back to the stellar defense Loyola Marymount's been playing.
So Peyton Angulo will be ready to come up. Angulo, Moreno, and Dedrick. 3, 4, 5. We apologize if there are any sounds coming through the microphone. There are a lot of people that are talking very loudly around us. First pitch from Beaubien is jammed and fouled off.
Oh, that one's coming right to me.
0-1 the count.
You know, I had to say it all weekend in Tampa. Somebody get me a glove. I would have caught that one.
Well, it's going to be hard with the roof today.
I could have reached out. Beaubien settling back in. Up 0-1 in this count.
0-1 on Angulo. The windup, the pitch. Called strike on the outside edge. Now 0-2.
A little bit of a generous call there. I mean, we saw that last inning. Molly Grumbo kept turning around asking the umpire where that pitch was. That one looked to be very similar to the ones we saw last inning, but...
Yeah, Beaubien getting the call right now.
Yeah, exactly.
0-2 count. Wind up. Whoa. She lost control of that one. And it will go about 20 feet in the air. Carson picks it up, throws it back. Beaubien actually flashed a smile there. Just knew that one got away.
Yeah, that one looked like it was going to be a changeup, but it just sailed out of her hand a little too early.
1-2 count. Puts the ball in the glove, the windup, the pitch. Strike 3. And got her looking. Froze Angulo, watches the changeup. And that's another strikeout for Megan Beaubien. Count them up, that's 6. With 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, that one did not get away from her. She had absolutely all of that one. Pulled the string hard. Nice piece of pitching there by Beaubien. That is going to bring up the first baseman, Desiree Moreno.
First pitch, called strike on the edge. Beaubien commanding the corners right now. Moreno today is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, 1 swinging and 1 looking.
Maybe that really wild pitch was all Beaubien needed to lock back in. Loosen up a little bit.
0-1 coming is high. Carson pops up and throws it back. Michigan defense hasn't had to do a ton today. Not nearly the same load that Loyola Marymount's defense has. 1-1. Just a little high.
Yeah, that one barely missed. Saw it float a little bit, but looked like it dropped back down.
Yeah, Carson held it for a while.
Beaubien with the windup.
2-1 coming, swinging a high fly ball into shallow left center field. Coming over is Blair, and she'll make the play. 2 outs.
Nice job there by Lexi Blair calling off the center fielder, Haley Hogenrod.
And that's now 12 in a row sat down by Beaubien in search of her 4th straight 1-2-3 inning. So that'll bring up Megan Dedrick. 0 for 2 today. Line out to short and a pop out to third. Late on that swing, fouls it off. 0-1.
Bounces it off the screen right over to Lou Allen, though. Caught Lou in stride.
Oh, 1 count. Megan winds up the pitch. Just a tad high. It was right down the middle, but a bit above the letters. 1-1. 1-1 on the way. Went back to the changeup, and it loops in for a called strike. Now 1-2. Carson calls something out, and Megan now 1 strike away from another 1-2-3 inning.
It's a very interesting thing we've seen today. We've seen a lot less of Beaubien's changeup just dropping off at the very end and more so just looping in towards the top of the zone.
1-2, just a little high and outside. Two-two count, the windup, the pitch, swinging a fly ball into left field. This one straight at Lexi Blair, who just looks at it, drops into the glove, and that will end the 6th inning. A pair of flyouts to left.
Can of corn.
Close the book on the Lions, and we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Our score is still Loyola 2, Michigan 1. You're listening to Michigan Softball on WCBN Sports. Thank you for joining us here today for WCBN Sports' coverage of Michigan softball, which is brought to you by the Mobile Mutt. The Mobile Mutt Professional Dog Grooming, brought to you 734-621-8693, or like us on Facebook and Instagram. Lene Wilson back out there and doing her warm-up pitches. Is the Lions defense, a whole dugout out there warming up right now.
I would like to thank you all for tuning in to WCBN coverage here on YouTube. If you aren't already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the button right below the video feed or on our homepage, and then make sure to click that little bell button right there next to it to make sure you get notifications anytime we go live so you never miss a broadcast. And just like that, we are set to go here in the bottom of the 6th. Abby Skvars is stepping up to the plate, the lefty.
Lee Skvars, Carson, and Uden. 4, 5, 6 in the bottom of the 6th. Abby Skvars looks in at Wilson. First pitch on the way is just outside. 1-0 the count. We did not see that call really be given to Wilson at all in the 5th. Doesn't get it here to start the 6th. Michigan now 6 outs away from another really tough loss to a team they feel like they should beat. Going to need the offense to rally. Skvars hits this one into left center field, moving over and making the play, sort of staggering backwards as Ellen to make the catch in left center field for the first out.
You know, as outstanding as the Loyola Marymount outfield play has been this game, the reads haven't been very good.
Yeah. That one was not the best read, but Ellen able to track it down. Now Hannah Carson to the plate. Now Michigan 5 outs away, and you have to think that timer is just ticking in the back of their brains.
Yeah, you're running out of real estate here if you're the Michigan Wolverines.
And that one swung on and fouled. Michigan has gotten a hit in every inning. They have put at least 2 base runners aboard in 2 of the 5 innings. But this defense of Loyola Marymount has kept balls off the green and stranded runners on the base paths. Michigan's really only had 1 ball come close to a home run. It was off the bat of Skvars. Came about 5 feet short. Carson takes that one inside for a ball, 1-1.
Grumbo held that one for a while.
This crowd is kind of all over the place. You got a lot of Washington folks who are waiting for the game after this, where they'll take on Texas. Michigan fans on the third base side. See a couple LMU shirts. That one fouled off. Carson out in front of it again. 1-2.
Yeah, that Washington-Texas matchup is really one of the marquee ones of the weekend.
Yep.
Count is 1-2 here for Carson as she steps back into that left-hander's batter's box.
The windup, the 1-2. She swings and hits this one. Popped into the sky in shallow center field. Backing up and making the play easily is Dedrick. Now 2 gone for Uden.
Coming up for the Wolverines, third baseman, number 7, Madison.
You know, something we saw a lot earlier in the season, even when there were games where Michigan was striking out a bit, they were hitting every ball very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, coming out of that first weekend in Tampa, Lexi Blair and Julia Jimenez both with very low batting averages, but every ball they hit, they were absolutely ripping.
There's a swing and a foul back by Uden.
But like we said, you know, we've been preaching all game that Michigan hasn't struck out yet, but they haven't really hit too many balls very hard, and the ones they have hit hard have fallen. You know, those little bloopers have been allowing Loyola Marymount to come and make those plays. I mean, all credit to them. They've been very good plays, but Michigan hasn't been really making solid contact.
0-1 coming. Uden swings and strokes this one right over to second base. That'll be an easy play. A nice extension at first from Moreno after an errant throw by Garcia. But that'll be a 1-2-3 inning, a 4-3 putout. Michigan's now backs to the wall, still trailing 2-1 as we go to the 7th. Loyola Marymount on top. Megan Beaubien will go back out there, and this will be a tough loss for her to swallow because she has pitched very well in this game, had one rough inning where things got away from her with 2 outs, let 4 straight runners reach base. And, you know, again, you look at that hit from Grumbo, obviously a great hitter, getting the big 2 RBI knock, but it wasn't a very hard hit ball, and Beaubien was ahead in that count 0-2 and just let a pitch get a little bit over the plate. Wasn't crushed, just deposited into shallow right center field, and that's the difference in this game right now. 1 pitch back and Michigan would be 3 outs away from the win, but this is where they are.
And they found themselves in a little bit of a hole here, down 2-1, going into the bottom, or the top of the 7th, rather. They do have one more at bat.
Beaubien winds up her deliveries, throw on down, and here we go. Beaubien has sat down 13 straight. She's going to need to get one more scoreless inning to keep Michigan in this game. Sierra Marshall, Riley Ellen, and Lauren Garcia coming up. Marshall 0 for 2, ground out to short, fly out to left. Marshall stands in the lefty batter's box. Ball in the glove, the windup, and that one floats up high. We've seen Beaubien, really the only thing she struggled with today is falling behind early in at-bats, which is rather ironic because the one crucial hit she gave up was one where she was actually ahead in the count. 1-0 on the way. Called strike.
Nice frame there by Hannah Carson, keeping that one on the plate as it was tailing off towards that left side. Beaubien spins the ball in her left hand and checks that wristband, and she's set to deliver the 1-1.
The windup and the pitch, that one fouled on back. 1-2.
That one off the hands of a fan right outside our door.
A guy wearing a Cal State Fullerton shirt. Beaubien ahead 1-2. The windup, the pitch, and it's up high 2-2. This game started at 2:10 Pacific time. Running under the 2-hour pace that you like to see from college softball games. 2-2, wind up the pitch, swing and a fly ball to left field. Shallow hit right at Lexi Blair, and she'll make the play. That's now 3 straight flyouts to left off the bat of Lions hitters.
Yeah, Lexi Blair getting a workout in over there in left.
That'll bring up Riley Ellen. Ellen and then Lauren Garcia. Ellen was the one who got it started in that crucial second inning. With 2 outs in the frame, she singled, then Garcia singled, then DeBoer was hit by a pitch, and then the single from Molly Grumbo. There's a swing and a miss on a pitch way outside. The changeup just died and flopped in the dirt. But chasing it was Riley Ellen. Oh, 1 well outside, 1-1.
Nice pick there by Hannah Carson over that right-handed batter's box. Bobian even shouted her out there, kind of pointed and said, nice one.
Wouldn't really mean anything with no one on base, but always good to see alert play from the catcher. Wind up, 1-1 coming, swinging a fly ball to center field. This one well hit, but Hoganrod gets over two as it hung up into the air. That'll be a line out to center, and now quickly 2 down in the inning. The Lions are just sputtering right now. They have not had a hit since that Molly Grumbo 2 RBI single in the second. They have not had another hitter reach base.
Yeah, Bobian's just been locking down. Had 4 straight 1-2-3 innings. Looking for another one here. Here comes the fresh count. That pitch swung on and missed high up in the zone. Nice pitch there by Bobian, fastball.
Yep. Chasing it up high. Now the count 0-1.
Bobian going back to the wristband now. Here set, advantage count.
0-1 coming, and that one tapped foul. Now quickly ahead 0-2 is Megan Bobian trying to get another quick inning.
I just want to point something out here. We were talking earlier about how really one of the main marquee matchups for this weekend is Washington, Texas, coming up right after this. But
Yep.
the Washington players out in left field don't look the least bit stressed. They're tossing a Frisbee around, just having fun.
0-2 count, the pitch, high and outside. Well, to their credit, they did already notch one top 5 victory today over number 4 LSU in the game before this one, and so they're feeling good. Just one loss on the year so far for that Husky team, and it came at the hands of a really good Alabama squad down in Clearwater. And that one up high, 2-2. Bobian let changeup go on her. Megan bends down a little bit.
It's a weird dynamic going out in left field.
Yeah, the Frisbees.
Frisbees and handstands.
2-2 count. Wind up the pitch, swinging a fly ball right at Haley Hoganrod. Moves maybe 3 steps to her left and makes the play. Another line out to center, and that's now 5 straight flyouts off the bats of Loyola Marymount hitters. And here we go, bottom of the 7th, last call for Michigan, down 2-1. 3 outs away from a huge upset for Loyola Marymount. And Michigan's got that many outs to change it. It'll be Hoganrod, Blair, and then Rodriguez.
Yeah, it's 5 straight 1-2-3 innings as well for Bobian.
Once again, I want to thank you for joining us on WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan softball. Softball on WCBN Sports brought to you by the Mobile Mutt, professional dog grooming, brought to you 734-621-8693, or like us on Facebook and Instagram. Lene Wilson headed back out there. She has been really good today, and the defense has been even better. That's the story. Michigan in this game with 6 hits, and they've left 5 runners on, just 1 run across in a 2-1 hole right now.
Yeah, it's go time if you're the Wolverines.
Double H, it's ready to stand in.
Exactly. If I am Michigan, this is the one player I want in the box right now. Haley Hoganrod has been red hot all season. Looking to keep that going here. Number 32, the righty, stepping in the box with all the confidence in the world.
Wind up, first pitch coming. She swings, hits this one over to short. Gloved, throw across the diamond. Pick it first. It's in time. Dedrick played that hop perfectly, and the extension from Moreno for the first out.
That was a very nice pitch. Very nice piece of hitting by Hoganrod. Drives that one hard, but even better defense there. Loyola Marymount defensive campaign continues.
This is a clinic right now. And now Lexi Blair comes to the plate. Taylor Bump has moved into the on-deck circle, trying to get that power out there. Lexi Blair had, I believe, 7 home runs a year ago. She's got power in her swing.
Blair stepping back in now, fixing the jersey. Here comes the pitch.
There's a swing and a ground ball. This one will be gloved by the shortstop. Throw from her knees, not going to be in time. Boy, Dedrick made another highlight reel play. That one rolls away, and she'll go on down to second. As the throw errant from Dedrick, she didn't need to make that throw, was not going to have a play at first. That one bounced in. Moreno couldn't knock it down, hopped over her glove. She seemed to think the play was over, I think, just standing around. And Bonnie Thole at first base yelling to Lexi, head on over to second.
Yeah, great heads-up base running by the Wolverines. And what looked like a little scary situation looks a whole lot better now with a runner in scoring position and only one out.
And Taylor Bump comes to the plate. It'll be Bump, and Jimenez will get shots to try and tie this game. And these are hitters you want up in these situations. And Blair at second. She is a very speedy base runner. Anything into the outfield is going to tie this game, assuming it gets down, obviously. Bump gets ready. First pitch coming. She takes it for a called strike. That's a really nice pitch on the outer edge. Taylor this year, 208 average, but the OBP at 367 is drawing a lot of walks. Only 2 strikeouts and 24 at-bats. She's got a pair of homers, too. Can she play the hero for Michigan? She looks at that one. Called strike. Her very tall frame at 5'11", wide strike zone, tall and wide. And that one up high would have been a ball to a lot of Michigan hitters, but not to Taylor, and she's quickly behind 0-2. Got to be in plate protection mode here. And that seemed like a good pitch to hit as well. 0-2 coming, swing and a miss, and a 3-pitch strikeout. Taylor Bump is down, and now there is 2 away.
Almost seems like a wasted at-bat there for Taylor Bump. Watch 2 good pitches go by, fastballs down the middle, and then chase one low and away.
Yeah, she just never seemed really in that at-bat. And now that'll bring up Jimenez. 2 for 3 today. We're both solid singles into the outfield. That here ties the game with Blair on second. This is who you want up in this situation. First pitch coming. She swings, hits this one over to short. High hop on Dedrick. Throw across the diamond is in time. And Loyola Marymount gets it done. The Lions defeat Michigan 2-1. And that will do it for our coverage here today.
Yeah, that last strikeout by Bump was the first of the day for Michigan. They put so many balls in play all day long, but Loyola Marymount, the defense just did not crack. Every ball that went up seemed like it was getting caught. Very good defensive outing from the Lions.
Michigan seemed very, very eager to swing in this game, and a very bitter pill to swallow for Michigan in what was supposed to be the sort of ease into the weekend situation, and instead they fall 2-1, and now staring down 3 straight top 25 teams. Something's got to change for the Michigan offense as we head into Saturday.
I mean, just going to have to keep it going. Last weekend, you know, they started to fall off a little bit. This game today, they haven't really gotten it going back up. This next game against Washington is going to be huge.
Yeah. So that'll do it for us here today, and we want to thank all of you for joining us and sticking with us through the earlier issues. We will have things running smoother tomorrow, but until then, from sunny Fullerton, California, from Charlie Brigham, Alex Drain, good night and go blue.